Okay, so in this video we are looking at Edexcel Statistics 2, January 10, question 2. And the topic for this is continuous random variables. So, a continuous random variable x has cumulative distribution function. That's why we've got a big F given by the function below. And we're asked to work out the probability that x is less than 0. Okay, so to do this we need to recognize some notation. So this is exactly the same as calculating f of 0. Don't forget f is cumulative probability. So simply we just need to calculate putting 0 into this function. So we need to substitute it into the correct aspect. These are called supports. So because 0 is between -2 and 4, that is the support which I'm going to substitute into. So that's going to give me 0 plus 2 on 6, which is going to give me 1/3. So you get 1 mark for recognizing that we're using f of 0 and 1 mark for recognizing and using it correctly. So now we've got to find the PDF, the probability density function of f, and we need to recognize that that is found by differentiation. Okay, so if we differentiate this, there are 3 aspects we need to differentiate. So firstly, if we I'll compile it by the side because it's easier. If I differentiate the first aspect, if I differentiate 0, well, I get 0. If I differentiate x plus 2 over 6, that's going to give me 1/6. And if I differentiate 1, that also gives me 0. So what that leads me to state is the following statement. So again, some quite nice marks. So you get 1 method mark for stating that we're differentiating, you get an accuracy mark for differentiating correctly, and then you get a B1 for defining it over the entire range. Okay, we're then asked to write down the name of the distribution. So in this particular case, we can recognize that f of x is uniform. Okay, so if you wanted to give it some form of name, you need to call it a continuous, because it is, uniform distribution, or rectangular, of course, because rectangular is another way of stating these. Okay. We've then got to find the mean and the variance. Well, again, to do this, we really need little f of x. So little f of x, I'm going to write it the other way around this time, is what I'm just writing up now. And the definition of the mean is that e of x is equal to... Now, we can use the fact that actually it is a uniform distribution to do this. Okay, so if it's a uniform distribution, we're going to do -2 plus 4 over 2. Okay, so it's a plus b over 2 that we're dealing with here, which is going to give me 1. And the variance of x, again, has a very special form. Okay, it's b minus a all squared over 12, and that's given in the formula. So this is going to be 4 minus -2 squared all over 12. And if we calculate that, it's going to give me 3. Okay, so you get a B1 mark for calculating the expectation, and you're going to get a method 1 and an accuracy 1 to do this. Of course, if you wanted, you could do it using the long-winded formulae. For the variance, you could recognize that we're going to do expectation of x squared fx minus the integration of x fx squared. But again, you can realize that that's hard work here. So write down the value of p of x equals 1. So because this is a continuous distribution, the value of getting an exact value is equal to 0. And that will give you a B1 mark here as well.